folks, here I am again. I'm going to tell you about my trip to the city. Yes, sirree. You know, on my way to the city, I dropped over at Peaksville and spent 2 days with old friend Ben Hawkins. First day over at Ben, the chicken died, and we had chicken for dinner. Next day, a pig died, and we had pig for dinner. Next day, the cook died, and I lit out for the city. Well, sir, going into the city, the train ran into a tunnel, and me, always a joke cracker, I said to the fella sitting next to me, that sure would have been a calamity if we'd have missed that hole. Got to the city and dropped into a restaurant and ordered some soup. When the waiter brought it to me, I said, "Waiter, you have your finger in my soup." He says, "I know it, he's hot." Well, sorry, while I was in the city, I met Cy Bean, and he was sitting in the lobby of the hotel, and Cy says to me, "Rufus, if you had $10,000, would you give me 5? And I said, "You're darn tootin'." He said, "Well, if you had 10,000 acres of land, would you give me half?" And I said, "Of course I would." Then Cy said, "Well, if you had 2 cows, would you give me 1?" I said, "Go on, you gall-darn slicker. You know darn well that I got 2 cows." Ham catch me. Right after that, I said to Cy, "Well, I guess I'll be going home." And he said, "What for?" And I said, "So to live there." I never will forget the time they arrested Cy for being drunk. The judge says to Cy, "Tell the juror where you were on the night of January the 18th. And Cy says, "Judge, you and the jury know where that blind pig as well as I do." Just then, the clerk of the court held up his hand and says, "Judge, a bull pup just ate up the Bible." And the judge says, "Well, make the prisoner kiss the pup. We can't wait around here a week for a new Bible." I had some business over to the court myself. A fella in an auto ran over my hen, and he says to me, "I'm real sorry about your hen. There's $1. Will that make it all right?" And I said, "Well, you better make it 2. I have a rooster that was real proud of that hen, and the shock might kill him." Gee, but I'm a figure. You know, our deacon was over to the courthouse himself. Seems he was sitting in the hotel lobby of the commercial house, and the drunk came in and says, "Have a drink." The deacon says, "Sir, I never touched a drop." The drunk says, "Go on, you're drunk now. You got your collar on backwards." I forgot to tell you I was down to Miranda Evans' marriage. While I was a-waiting, and as she passed her, some folks says, "Here comes the blushing bride." And I said they ought to change that expression, because when you look at some of the rubes the gal's mad, it's enough to make any gal blush. Well, after that, I'll be leaving you. Goodbye.